What's up, dummies? This video is gonna be long with a lot of ranting, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. This video is about something that's driven me nuts for a very long time now. It's about you college kids. Scoff, scoff, scoff. Onomatopoeias. Anyways, not all college kids, like I'm a college kid and I rule. Just a few very specific college kids. Now, in order for this video to make sense, you need to know that I go to school studying film. So passion is very important to me. Now, I'm not saying I get a 4.0 GPA every semester because no, fuck that. I like whiskey and Netflix too much. But what I am saying is that if you're a senior in college and you don't understand the basic functionalities of your program, like stuff you should have learned freshman year, then you really didn't get your money's worth from your education. At that point, graduating is just as useless as a Kardashian family press conference. Nobody cares, we're all gonna talk about it, but we just wanna watch you crash and burn. I can't tell you how many students I know with no motivation, no inspiration, no drive to succeed, no interest in their major, and worst, no interest in even developing those skills. They're basically just zombies taking and retaking classes. Now don't get me wrong, if you're a slow learner, then I respect the hell out of you. It just means you're retaking classes to improve yourself, and that is very commendable. Props, congrats, you're a superstar. Now, it's a whole world of other things to have a predestined failure just because you're too damn lazy to apply yourself. So in that case, I say, drop out and figure your shit out. There's no harm in reevaluating your life, and I'll respect you a hell of a lot more if you acknowledge your shortcomings and try again later. I feel like an old-ass man complaining about today's youth. Damn kids and your music. Anyway, then there are people who spend $20,000 a year just to spend baller amounts of money on weed, beer, booze, and Denny's at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday before a midterm. Then those students have mental breakdowns when they get bad grades, and they're still completely dumbfounded on how they failed in the first place. Like, really? You didn't know that never buying books for class, not studying or practicing, always going out and getting drunk before exams, doing projects last minute, not doing your homework would land you a bad grade? I saw that coming like depression when I step on a weight scale. So drop out and figure your shit out. I haven't even mentioned the students who have changed their major like 12 times. I understand changing it once, twice, maybe 3 times, but anything over 4 times, you're just not helping anybody. That's a lot of money spent on tuition for classes that aren't even going to apply to the major you change to next. School is expensive, and it's not going to get any easier if Donald the Redneck Tank Engine ends up in the White House. So drop out and figure your shit out. The problem I have with all this is if these poor excuses for students end up landing a job, what happens next? They suck. They get fired, they get let go, and they leave a bad taste in the employer's mouth. And now guess what? Those employers are so negatively impacted by the job that those bozos did that they're never gonna look to that school, that program, that age group again when hiring. What that means is that one student who didn't care enough to figure their shit out, who I probably don't even know, unintentionally put a big brown skid mark on my reputation. Getting a job is difficult enough without people like this sabotaging my ass. So I said it once, twice, thrice, I'll say it again. Figure your shit out. I know that it sounds like I'm being mean, condescending, or disrespectful, but know that that is not the intention of this video. I was very lucky because I knew exactly what I wanted to do since middle school. Most people are not that fortunate, and I think a large portion of this issue can be resolved just by taking a look at American education. High schools are designed to get you into college. The moment senior year hits, you're forced to apply to them and send in entrance letters and go do college campus tours. But you know what? That's not helping anybody. Either students collapse to the overwhelming nature of the entire education process, which will cause them to get discouraged and stop applying themselves to their work, and probably make a hasty decision to never extend their education past high school, and maybe even drop out, which I don't blame them, it almost happened to me. Or students go to college with absolutely no idea what they're doing or what they want to do with their life, which results in a loss of money, a loss of motivation, and a discouraging defeat, which they're going to blame on themselves. When in fact, they should be blaming it on a very rushed decision made because it was forced onto them at an age way too young to be making that kind of decision. So my recommendation is controversial, but I believe it wholeheartedly. There's nothing wrong with taking a year or 2 off after school, entering the workforce, seeing what's out there, and then finding out what you want to do afterwards. Careers are designed to be lifelong, so why are schools forcing kids to make these decisions that are going to affect their entire life when they don't have any of the answers? Who do hasty career decisions actually help? Throwing yourself onto a career path that you know absolutely nothing about is like walking around New York City with a fishing rod trying to catch a 2-ton tuna. It's a long shot, maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but I can tell you the entire thing is going to be a bitch. So dudes, if you have no flipping clue what the nuts you're gonna do after you graduate high school, don't get all down in the dumps. You just gotta give yourself time to figure your shit out. Then once you've got some life experience and an adequate idea of how much the world actually sucks, in addition to having done some research on careers, then apply yourself. I say this because I have seen firsthand the devastation that these forced decisions are causing. And believe me when I say, it's better off to just wait it out, join the workforce, and let that motivation come to you naturally. That being said, if you have aspirations and you're passionate about something, then you need to go for it. Don't hold yourself back. As the famous philosopher Shia LaBeouf once said, don't let your dreams be dreams. Why did I make him Russian? College is certainly right for some people right off the bat, and if that's you, congratulations, props, you're friggin' awesome. Just don't undermine or discourage those people who aren't ready yet. And parents, educators, mentors, listen up, because I'm only going to say this once, unless you play the video back and you hear it again. It's okay if you need a little bit of a break. 12 years is a very long time to be stressed out about education. So if your kid wants to join the workforce full time, that is a very respectable decision. Maybe so many people are dropping out of school because piling on 4 years of tough education after 12 years of the exact same thing is just causing a massive burnout across the country. Let the kids come to the decisions about their future alone before they waste thousands of your hard-earned dollars. Just make sure you're there to encourage them along the way and guide them when they need it. And lastly, if you're in college and you're unmotivated, lazy, careless, and you don't care about what you're studying, then your money would be better spent skipping your father's wallet across a pond. There, that's my community service for the week. Cleaning up the world one view at a time. So until next week, deuces. Having completed the full fuck. Someone texted me. You like root beer? Yes. Did someone just come into my apartment? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.